Ever wonder why some children can go through really tough times and still turn out okay in the end, while other children experiencing the same thing go on to struggle much more? There's a scientific explanation for this, and it's down to the full range of experiences children have throughout their childhood and how those impact on their brain and body, even experiences they have before birth when they're in the womb. If a child has positive experiences at the right time, this strengthens their brain and body, making it easier to cope with difficulty later on. We can think of childhood like a set of scales. We want every child to have the best start so that they have good health and well-being and can cope with the challenges of adulthood. So we want the scales to tip towards the positive side. Positive things like supportive relationships, calm environments, and communities that can lend a hand when things get tough get stacked up on the positive side. Negative things like abuse, neglect, or violence in the community get stacked on the other side. We call this tipping the scales.
Environmental and genetic factors are very important when thinking about how to give every child the best start in life and how to really equip them with the skills they need to cope successfully in adulthood. And the experiences that the child has, particularly their relationships, are very important. So it's crucial that we prevent negative experiences like abuse and neglect, but that we also provide positive experiences, especially for those children who've experienced such adversity. So things like trusting relationships and nurturing environments are the important conditions that provide for healthy brain development. And this in turn provides a foundation for good mental health and good physical health.
When a child is born, the base of the scales represents their genetic starting point, which is in different places for different children. Experiences that children have can change the architecture of their brains, which can move the base of the scales. Negative experiences will move the base to make the scales tip towards the negative more easily, meaning positive experiences have less impact later on. Positive experiences help move the base in the other direction, so it's easier for the scales to tip towards the positive side, making it easier to cope with negative experiences later on. This is especially the case during early childhood and adolescence, when they are particularly sensitive to these experiences.
The early years, from birth to 5, as well as adolescence, are 2 key developmental periods for building strong brain architecture. And we know that healthy brain development is the foundation for good physical and mental health. And it's important because it helps us develop the very skills we need to cope successfully in adulthood. How to plan and prioritize, how to regulate and manage our emotions, and how to cultivate and then sustain healthy relationships. So if we can provide children with the positive experiences that they need to build strong and healthy brains, we can begin to tip the scales towards a positive trajectory and help children cope with the challenges of adulthood.
Childhood is an incredible time of opportunity. When children get what they need, it builds their brains. Together, we need to ensure that they have positive experiences like steady and supportive adult relationships, calm and nurturing environments, and opportunities to learn new things, as well as preventing negative experiences like abuse and neglect from stacking up, making them more resilient and more able to deal with whatever life throws at them in the future, leading to better outcomes for society and better lives all round.